Breaking news from HMRC: and if you're a woman who raised children in the 1980s or 1990s, this could be life-changing. Thousands of women are now owed thousands of pounds in backdated compensation due to a shocking government error that went unnoticed for decades. It's official: the tax office has confirmed that an average of nearly £8,000 is being paid out to each woman affected. And yes, families of those who have passed away can still claim what's owed. If you or someone you know was a stay-at-home mum or received child benefit before the year 2000, don't scroll away. This isn't just a small payout. It's part of a massive £42 million scandal involving the state pension, and for some, it's the difference between poverty and security in retirement. So, what happened? Who is affected? And how can you or your family claim what's rightfully yours? We're breaking it all down now. This quiet scandal traces all the way back to the 1970s. The issue centers around something called the Home Responsibilities Protection Scheme, known as HRP. It was a program designed to help people, mostly women, who took time off work to care for children or vulnerable family members. Back then, looking after your family often meant stepping away from paid work. And stepping away from paid work meant losing out on crucial national insurance contributions, the very contributions you need to build up a full UK state pension. So, to protect carers and especially mothers from falling behind, the government introduced HRP. The idea was simple. If you were claiming child benefit or caring for someone at home, you could qualify for protection, effectively reducing the number of years you needed to qualify for a full state pension. It was a social contract, a promise to support those doing unpaid but essential work. But something went badly wrong. Between 1978 and 2000, hundreds of thousands of women were raising children, claiming child benefit, and assuming understandably that their national insurance record would reflect those years of care. But due to clerical failures, database mismatches, and outdated systems, many of these HRP entitlements were either never recorded or never transferred correctly to the national insurance system. When HRP was scrapped and replaced with national insurance credits in 2010, the problem deepened. Thousands of women fell through the cracks. And the impact? Their state pensions were underpaid in many cases, for years. Some women may have retired assuming they had a full pension, only to discover they were receiving significantly less. Others might not realize the error until they reach pension age in the next few years. According to HMRC, over 370,000 people may have been affected. Just between January and September 2024, officials uncovered more than 5,300 confirmed underpayments totaling an astonishing £42 million. That's an average payout of £7,859 per person. And that number could rise as more records are reviewed. Tragically, it's estimated that around 43,000 of those affected have already passed away. But the story doesn't end there, because their surviving families can still claim what's owed. This isn't just a clerical error. It's a scandal of national proportions. It's about women, most of whom spent their lives caring for others, being denied the retirement income they rightfully earned. For decades, these women were raising the next generation, sacrificing work to care for children, and doing exactly what the government's policies at the time encouraged them to do. Yet now, many are facing poverty in retirement because of an error they didn't make and a system that didn't work for them. And here's the really shocking part: many of these women still have no idea. No official notification. No explanation. Just a quiet letter arriving out of the blue, or worse, no letter at all. That's why HMRC is now sending letters out to those affected, beginning with those who are already past state pension age. But this process will take time, and many who are eligible still haven't been contacted. That's why it's vital that people take action. Check your records. Talk to your family. If your mother, grandmother, or aunt was claiming child benefit between 1978 and 2000 and is now receiving less than a full pension, they may be entitled to thousands of pounds in compensation. So, how do you qualify? According to HMRC, you must have been receiving child benefit in your own name, not your spouse's. Your child must have been under 16 for the entire tax year you're claiming for. And you must not have been paying the married woman's reduced stamp, a separate issue that also affects pension entitlements but falls outside of this particular era. If those conditions apply, you may be entitled to a review and a payout. Even if you're not sure, it's worth checking. This isn't a goodwill gesture. It's your money. You earned it. And for some pensioners, this could mean the difference between heating their home this winter or skipping meals. The good news is that HMRC is prioritizing the most urgent cases first, those who are already over the state pension age. But if you haven't received a letter yet, don't assume you're not affected. And if your loved one has passed away but you believe they might have qualified, act now. Their estate may still be owed the full amount. Pension rights in the UK are built on your national insurance record. Every qualifying year builds towards your entitlement. And when those records are wrong, as they clearly were in this case, lives are damaged, and dignity is lost. This is not just about money. It's about fairness. It's about respect. And it's about correcting decades of silence with action. And let's be clear, this isn't an isolated incident. It follows other recent revelations of pension underpayments, including major blunders involving widowed women, divorcees, and those who should have been automatically upgraded to the full rate. The DWP and HMRC have both been under pressure to fix these issues faster and with more transparency. So far, the government has been slow to respond publicly. A Treasury spokesperson recently confirmed that letters are being sent and that the process is underway. But campaigners say more needs to be done. They argue that many of the affected women now in their 70s or 80s shouldn't be expected to chase paperwork or navigate complicated bureaucracy. Instead, they say, the government should take full responsibility, speed up the process, and ensure that every single eligible individual or family receives what they are due before it's too late. If you're watching this and wondering what to do next, here's our advice. First, speak to your relatives. If anyone in your family was a stay-at-home parent in the 1980s or 90s, or claimed child benefit under their own name, they may be affected. Second, check the HMRC website regularly for updates or call the National Insurance Helpline. Third, keep a close eye on your post. If you receive a letter from HMRC about this issue, do not ignore it. Finally, if your family member has passed away but you believe they were affected, you can still act as the executor of their estate or next of kin to claim the money. This is not charity. This is compensation for a failure that went unnoticed for too long. At a time when millions are struggling with rising costs, high taxes, and an aging population, every penny matters. We'll continue to follow this story closely and bring you updates as they happen. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you never miss breaking updates like this. We break down complex pension news into clear, easy to understand updates, and we give you the tools to fight for what you owed. This story is about justice. It's about ensuring that every woman who gave her time, energy, and love to raise a family is finally seen and finally paid. Until next time, stay informed, stay vigilant,